Welcome to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. This is a place where driven, determined coaches learn how to get off the business growth struggle bus and learn how to build a wildly profitable online coaching business. I'm your host, Allison Henderson, corporate dropout to six-figure social media business coach. I'm going to show you how I've been able to create the business of my dreams organically, all through utilizing my social media platforms. So pull up a seat, take some notes, and get ready to see your life and bank account transform. Hello, and welcome back to the Ambitious Coach Podcast. Happy New Year, everyone. I hope your holidays went well and Santa brought you everything that you asked for. Our Christmas and holidays around here, I feel like went really well. Pretty well, at least. Christmas Eve is my oldest daughter's birthday. So she turned 10. Yay. So actually a few days before Christmas Eve, she had her friends come and stay the night. I took them all to McDonald's because for some reason that's what she wanted to do. It was probably the cheapest birthday party I've ever had for one of my kids. It was, I think, like $33 at McDonald's. So I can't beat that, I don't think. And you know that weird time between Christmas and New Year's? For me, it was like no fun. I really just wanted to work. I don't know if you guys got that vibe at all. Not from me, but like if you had that with yourself, I just felt it really hard to take off. I don't know, there was just times where I just had like some anxiety. I'm like, but I just want to go to my office. I want to create this thing. I want to do this thing. And I really had to force myself to relax and find other things to do. And the truth is, and you probably are like this too, because you guys are probably just like me. I really like working. I enjoy my job so much. And this is exactly what I asked for all those years ago, to wake up every day excited to get to work. And I didn't want to work because like I felt like I needed to make money or something. I wanted to work because it's just something I truly enjoy. It's something I get excited about. But I did read like 4 books. I felt like I was just constantly cleaning up after my kids. I did drink a ton of coffee and ate like all the Christmas cookies pretty much every day. And I wish I could tell you that there was like more exciting things that I did, but I really didn't. I just stayed at home and I don't know, just hung out with my family. I told myself though, like that like weird week once again between Christmas and New Year's, like I was like, I have to next year do some more exciting things during this week, like schedule some stuff in. And even just this upcoming year altogether, like I want to do more fun things locally. I live obviously really close to Chicago. I live in like northern Indiana. I say obviously, like, you guys all know where I live and stuff, but like I don't have to be like flying across the world to enjoy my life or to have fun. Like there's a lot of things locally that I can be doing with my kids or even without my kids that could really like just make my life so much better. So I told myself for this upcoming year, take some time and brainstorm some things that you truly would like to do with yourself or with your family. Okay, enough about me. This episode isn't about me. But yeah, let's get into this week's episode. So my topic this week does stem from some clients, just some, I know, conversations that I've had with clients over the years. Today's topic is how I don't let my kids be an excuse to why I can't get my business stuff done. This topic stems from many years of being in this industry, and I work, like probably 90% of my clientele is moms. Okay. So if you are listening, it's likely you're a mom. And even if you aren't a mom, you're going to take a lot of valuable things from this episode. Okay. Because I'm talking about spouses. I'm talking about just how to organize your day. If you have a 9-to-5 job or whatever. Okay. So you're still going to get a lot of value from this. But I know so many moms just make their kids a big excuse to why they're not getting things done. All right. So if you're a little triggered right now, I'm going to explain. All right. I'm going to really get into the dirty details here, but just breathe for a second. Like I'm going to give you some solutions here. All right. But I want to ask you, if I were to ask you why you didn't get XYZ done today, you'd likely say I didn't have time or I ran out of time or something. Right. And if I asked you why, you'd probably say, well, my kids or something, right? My kids. Maybe not all of you are like this, but I wanted to share my perspective on using your kids as an excuse to why you aren't working every day. All right. Also, before I dive into this, in episode 22, I do share more about how I work with my kids. So if you haven't listened to that episode yet, go back and take a listen. Everything in there is still relevant. It's going to be very similar to this episode and what I'm going to share, but I just wanted to share with you, I do have another episode that's very similar to this. Okay. So whether you do have one kid or 4 kids or 5 kids or whatever, everyone will say they are so busy, right? I'm so busy. I don't know, honestly, somebody though, that doesn't say they're busy all the time, right? Like when you see somebody at a party and it's like, how are things going? Oh, we're just so busy, blah, blah, blah. I'm trying so hard to unbusy my life. And I'm sure some of you guys can relate to that. But we as humans seem to jam pack our day with things to do. Our to-do list gets longer and longer with each year and with more and more kids, right? It seems at least, right? So here's the thing. When it comes to priorities, maybe that's the word for this episode, priorities, my children and my family are always first, right? And my business is second. Always. Okay. My business will always be second. But this is the thing though. I am so in love with my business. I seriously think about it all the time. You could probably say I'm semi-obsessed. All right. It's a healthy obsession that I have. And it's very similar to when you get a new boyfriend. Okay. You may have heard me use this analogy before, or this way to compare your business with your boyfriend. But I want you to think of it like when you were first in love. Okay. Whether it be a guy or a girl, whatever floats your boat. Okay. I want you to imagine those first few months with them. All right. You would make time to call him, text him, go see him, meet up for quick chats or rendezvous. Right. And just even think though, if you had kids, you would still be doing this with a new boyfriend. It's not something that's like, oh, just because I have kids, I can't date again, right? Like you would stay up late and wait for his phone call. You'd wake up a little early to talk to him maybe before he leaves for work. You would sacrifice some friend time and family time just to spend some time with him, right? You make him a big priority because you want to, because it feels good. You aren't ruining your family, neglecting people that are important to you, or hurting anyone in this process by being so in love, right? You guys feel me on this? All right. So I want you to know that people do understand. They get it. You are in love and it's what's important to you right now. People are happy for you and they want what's best for you. They love that you are in love, right? Love. All right. So this healthy obsession is healthy. It's not something toxic, or it's not hurting anybody. And it's the same thing for your business. All right. The big question for you is, why are you not so in love with it? Okay. And I remember my first year in business, I had so much dedication, so much discipline. I listened to my mentors. I put in the work, even if I didn't know it was going to work. I did it because I saw the potential that this business had for me and my family. I felt it in my bones. And I knew if she can do it, I can do it. Like I kept saying this to myself, this lady, like who's not even that great, is making millions of dollars. I can definitely do this. Okay. And I just knew, I felt it in my bones that this is what I was supposed to be doing. And I'm going to be honest, I did work like probably almost every day. Not saying that you have to do that by any means, but I woke up excited and I would communicate with my husband like, hey, this is the game plan for the day. These are pretty much my expectations. Like, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Right. I even remember giving birth. My oldest is 10, but my youngest was 4. So she was the one that I was just starting my business when I had her. Okay. So I just remember when I was at the hospital, I was giving birth and I got out my phone and I just started writing content. I did. Just started writing content. And I don't know if you guys ever had this with your birth experience, but like you gave birth and suddenly you got this like wave of energy back because you finally got your body back. You didn't have this human like sucking the life out of you, right? And I just remember feeling so good that next day after having my baby. And I remember posting on Instagram and I got a text almost immediately from one of my best friends. And she was like, why are you working? Like, didn't you just give birth yesterday? And I told her, I'm like, I just feel really good. I had some ideas come to me this morning and I just decided to jot them down. But yeah, like I did. I felt like I had a healthy obsession with my business and I had no shame around this. And it's not like anybody was like, Allison, how dare you be working on your business while you're pretty much giving birth? It wasn't anything like that. So yeah, I had no shame around this. Now, by the way, if you aren't there yet where you're like, I'm totally obsessed with this, that is totally fine. Okay. But what would make you love working more in your business? What would get you excited to wake up a little extra early and get some of your business tasks done? Okay. Would you have to change up your environment? Would you maybe have to get out of the house, go to a co-working space, go to a coffee shop, go to a diner? Maybe you just need to liven up your office space or like the kitchen table or whatever, right? Like, what would it take for you to love this? Okay. Now, If it's more like, I just don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what to be working on. I don't know what to post. I just lack knowledge in sales and marketing. Like, I just don't really have clarity on my next steps. Okay. Like, girl, we need to talk. All right. This is exactly what I specialize in. All right. This is exactly what I help my clients with. Obviously, this podcast is designed to help you make money, right? And you don't need to have all the answers to get started or take messy action. But if you are done trying to do this alone and you do want a step-by-step process and a mentor through this, please DM me. Okay. There's no better time than now, honestly. So if you are being called to work with me, click the apply to work with me in my show notes. Okay. All right. So let's get back to the episode. If you're like on the opposite end where you're kind of like, Allison, I do know what I'm doing. All right. I don't necessarily need extra help right now, but you just need to get clear, maybe to get organized. Okay. Like, that is definitely something that I want you to start scheduling it. Okay. You can't do everything you want to do in your business in a week. Okay. Or even in a day. Right. Just what is the biggest priority right now, and get yourself a game plan. All right. Maybe it is just, I need to work on my sales page. Then great. You likely aren't doing it because it seems a little overwhelming or a little scary to you, or you're just really not sure what that first step is. Right. So what I want you to do is just work on the first thing that comes to mind. Okay. What is the next logical step here? All right. Get out a Google Doc and just do one section of it. It could just be the About Me section, or who I work with, or the details of the program. All right. And this thing too, everyone has these little pockets of time throughout the day with little kids. All right. And if you're like, but Allison, I really don't. Okay. I understand that too. Some of you guys are stay-at-home moms. You are with your kids literally from sun up to sundown. Did I say that right? Sun up to sundown. All right. You'll have to get creative. All right. You have to create some time for yourself. And I hate to tell you that, but if you can't honestly make time, then you need to change some of your priorities or set better boundaries. All right. And this might mean saying no to family outings, maybe some like, I don't know, little kid birthday parties, date nights, or like sporting events for your little kids or something like that. But there is a simple solution to all of this. Okay. Especially if you don't want to say no to like the hockey games or the, gymnastics or something for your kids. And it's just asking for help. Okay. Ask another mom or a family member or something like that to help with your kids. Be open to possibilities of your friends and families or neighbors helping you while you build your business. Okay. I know on days that I won't have help from my husband or something like that, I do have people that I call or text or whatever, being like, hey, I have this thing going on today. Could you watch her for a couple hours? Okay. Or if I know that I really need a full work day, I will just put my kid in another day for daycare. So right now she's only going a couple times a week, but sometimes we put her in for another day because we both have things to do. And I know not everybody has that luxury, okay, or this privilege. I do understand that. But what I do mean by this is like, I want you feeling more comfortable setting those boundaries or asking for help. Okay. And this is another thing too. Like, let's talk about your time management and energy management. All right. Those little pockets of time. I want you having clean energy during those pockets of time. Okay. So this could mean you might need to think about, why are you so tired? Okay. Why do you lack a lot of energy? Why is it not like when you have like an, 20 minutes here or there or an hour even, like, why is it hard for you to get into work mode? And then I'm going to talk to you about like your just time management overall. Like, this might mean that you might have to go to bed earlier or wake up earlier. If you are a morning person, of course, wake up earlier. If you're more of a night owl, then yeah, put those kids to bed a little earlier and have 2 to 3 hours to yourself to get your work done. And another thing that continues to work for my husband and I is just really good communication. He can't read my mind, even though I'd love for him to be able to read my mind. All right. But if I need more help around the house or I need help with the kids in some way or another, I have to ask. I have to openly share with him what I need from him. And a lot of women start a business and their husbands think nothing is going to change around the house. But in reality, he's going to have to sacrifice some of his alone time or friend time or relaxation time to help you. Okay. And I guess I just want to ask you, have you had that conversation with him or her? Okay. I'm not saying it's going to be easy or that it's going to go like exactly as planned, where he's going to be like, of course, I can give you 5 hours every night. Like, it might not happen like that. But if he's a good dude, I know he loves you, right? He's a good dude. He's going to help you. He's going to compromise. He's going to come up with a solution. You guys are going to come up with a solution together. Okay. And most partners want what's best for you. Just know that. They want you to be happy. They want you to succeed. All right. but they can't read your mind. All right. So share with him or her what's going on and how you're feeling about not having actual time to work. And if your partner for some reason can't help, you got to hire someone. Okay. You and your partner come up with a plan to get someone to maybe help with after school pickup or maybe a few hours in the morning or after school. I mean, there's still cheap-ish babysitters out there. Like, go into your local Facebook group and be like, would anybody's teenager be open to helping me with after school stuff or whatever? Okay. Another solution could be like just finding another mom that wouldn't mind watching your kid or some of your kids for a couple hours a few times a week in the mornings or something. I want you to be a solution seeker, not an excuse maker. All right. Solution seeker. There's always a solution to everything. Okay. Always. If you want it bad enough, your kids just can't be an excuse anymore. Okay. Start doing some research, sit with your partner, game plan how you're going to make this work for yourself. Okay. Get super disciplined with those working hours. All right. Like really audit your day. What are you doing during those little pockets of time that you do have? This kind of leads me into like, if you are somebody right now that wants 5 or 10 clients, you need to start pretending that you have 5 clients right now or 10 clients. Like, how would you start your week? How would your day be different? Where are you going to fit this in? What would you be doing? Okay. So many coaches say they want 5 or 10 clients a month, but can't seem to make time to just post on social media every day. It makes no sense to me at all, right? Like you want all these clients, you want to make all this money, but you can't spend 20 minutes posting on social media. Okay. You're building a business. You need more than 1 hour a week or 1 hour a day to be doing this. Okay. And I know most of you don't want this to be a hobby business or like a side gig. Okay. You really want to make real money. You want to be able to support your family, have fun money to do fun things, right? But you might just be like, Allison, I'm just so tired. I'm so tired. Then we got to work on your energy. You got to start taking really good care of yourself. How can you feel better and better every day so that you can have less of that brain fog and fatigue? All right. There's a lot of solutions to getting better energy. And it's not just drink more coffee. Okay. And being tired all the time because of your kids, I get it, guys. It's a real thing. It can be so exhausting running around and taking care of your kids all day. All right. And the household too, like the laundry, the dishes and vacuuming and dogs or whatever. Right. And I mean, and if you're working a 9-to-5 job all day, like that's a whole thing to be adding on to the things. Right. So you get home from work, you still have to be mom, cook dinner, do laundry. Right. And then like, how are you going to find time to work on your business? Right. So I think now they call that like lighting or something, like doing another job after your regular job. I just like learned that term recently and I was like, oh yeah, that's interesting. They have a term for this now. But anyway, I know a lot of people are doing this. I wouldn't recommend both of you, like both you and your partner doing this at the same time. But while you're in this building phase of your business, you're going to have to do better with those little pockets of time you do have throughout the day to get your work done. Also, take advantage of your weekends, okay? If you are working a full-time job, then wake up early on Saturdays and Sundays. Or if you know your husband or your partner is going to be home on the weekends and you had to, man the kids all week or whatever, then those are your mornings or those are your days to get some of those work tasks done, okay? Batch your content, do whatever you got to do to prep for your week. And I'm going to bring this up again, though. Like, how would you manage having 5 clients per month or 5 clients wanting to start this week, right? I want you acting like you have those sort of clients or that sort of like that momentum right now for yourself. You would make time for your new clients, right? Like, I guess I want to make this clear. I want this to really sink in. You would find the time. I know you would. So schedule those times into your day now, during nap time or lunchtime at work. You might have to go sit in your car and get some of this stuff done. Okay. There is no shame in this. This is just you wanting to make your business work because you truly want this. You want a better life for yourself. All right. You want your lifestyle to change. And this is, I know what you're being called to do. This is your passion. This is what fulfills you. All right. So you got to make some changes. So yes, you'll have to set better boundaries with your partner and your kids if you want to make this into something more. Yes, you'll have to say no to things that you usually say yes to. Yes, you'll have to work weird hours to get your work stuff done. Yes, you'll likely have to ask for help, even though you probably don't want to. All right. No one built a business by thinking about their business all the time. All right. It does take action. It takes a level of showing up, being seen, messy action. All right. Daily action. And I'm not going to be the coach that ever sugarcoats business for you in a sense. Okay. I'm not going to do that. I do think once you learn how to market and sell yourself, business does get so much easier. When you know how to communicate your offer, when you know like your actual sales messaging, it does get so much easier. But everyone has to go through those growing pains of starting a new business. Everyone has to figure out their own way of how they're going to do this. Okay. So my big suggestion for you is to schedule in a CEO day for yourself this week. Okay. Get organized. Maybe invite your spouse. He may be able to help more than you think. Okay. Your kids are the main priority. Duh. Right. You get that. But if you truly want this business to grow and grow fast, then it will take some dedication and some discipline on your end to make some changes in your daily schedule. Get clear on what you're doing in your spare time. Ditch the TV, just turn it off, hide the remote, okay? Ditch that mindless scrolling for inspiration. I have like little air quotes here. All right. Ditch your phone completely for a few hours of time to get some clarity. All right. You don't need to have your phone all the time. And if you're just like, Allison, I don't even know what to do in my spare time. I don't know my daily business tasks. I'm not even sure what to be posting to get clients. Then, hey, babe, this is exactly what I help my clients with inside one-on-one coaching, inside my group coaching program, Social Selling 101. All right. Currently, I have 3 openings for one-on-one clients to start in mid-February. Okay. Also, coming up starting March 1st, I'm super excited. Social Selling 101 will officially begin. Okay. So mark your calendars if you've been wanting to join my signature group coaching program or wanting to work with me. Okay. This is your chance. This is it. Once again, more details for Social Selling 101 will be out in early February. So stay tuned for that. And if you are being called to work with me one-on-one, just so you know, one of the big bonuses is you do get access to Social Selling 101. Okay. The course and this upcoming live group program. Okay. So click the link in my show notes to apply to work with me and book your sales call. So don't wait on this. I'm only taking 3 more one-on-one clients in February. Okay. So yay. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys listening every single week. I hope you have a great week and I will see you again next Friday. Bye, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Ambitious Coach podcast today. A couple favors before you go. If you found this episode helpful, please take a screenshot and share it on Instagram. Most importantly, don't forget to tag me at Allison Henderson _coach. That's ALLISON Henderson _coach. And lastly, please take a minute to rate this episode and leave a raving review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you tune in to listen. Okay, ambition is great, but it's time to get to work. Take action and commit to being 1% better every day. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I will see you again next week.